My parents told me I wasn't worth investing in, so I stopped trying to prove them wrong and just disappeared. Growing up, every report card I brought home got the same response. That's nice, sweetie. Meanwhile, my younger brother could sneeze, and they'd throw a party. When he made varsity soccer, Dad took a week off work to celebrate. When I got accepted to 3 universities with partial scholarships, Mom asked if I'd remembered to check the mailbox for coupons. The pattern was so consistent it became background noise. I'd win a regional science fair. They'd nod while scrolling their phones. My brother would score a single goal, and suddenly we're all going out to his favorite steakhouse. I told myself it didn't matter, that I was being dramatic, that parents don't actually have favorites. Then senior year happened. I'd been selected as a finalist for a national academic competition, top 50 students in the country. The entry fee was $200, and if I placed in the top 10, I'd get as a full ride to any participating university. 20 schools on that list, including my dream school. I asked Dad for the money at dinner, explained the whole thing, hands shaking because I never asked for anything. He barely looked up from his plate and said, "Money's tight right now, kiddo. Maybe next year." 3 days later, I came home to my brother unboxing a $1,500 gaming setup. Custom PC, curved monitor, the works. Mom was recording him on her phone, both of them laughing. When I asked about it, Dad shrugged and said, "He's been working so hard at practice. Kid deserves something special." Something broke in me that night, not loudly, just a quiet snap, like a thread finally giving up. I stopped asking for anything after that. Got a job at a hardware store, working closing shifts and weekends. Every paycheck went into an account they didn't know existed. I applied to colleges in secret, using my school counselor's office. When acceptance letters came, I'd pick them up from the mailbox before anyone else woke up and hide them in my car. By March, I had 4 acceptance letters and enough saved for a deposit and first semester expenses. I chose a state school 6 hours away, far enough that they couldn't just drop by, close enough that I could afford the occasional bus ticket if I ever felt like going back. Graduation day, my brother's girlfriend was making small talk. Sweet girl, genuinely curious about people. She asked what my plans were for college. Before I could answer, Mom jumped in with this laugh, the kind that makes you feel small. "Oh, she'll probably just work retail for a while. She's not really the college type. Not everyone needs a degree, you know." Dad nodded along, adding, "She's more of a practical kid. Hands-on work suits some people better." I just smiled and said, "Yeah, we'll see." That night, I barely slept. I'd already packed most of my stuff in boxes labeled donations that were actually sitting in my car trunk. The next morning, I loaded the last few things before dawn, took one final look at my empty room, and left a note on the kitchen counter. "Gone to college. Don't wait up." The drive felt surreal. 6 hours of interstate, windows down, music loud enough to drown out the voice in my head asking if I was making a huge mistake. I moved into my dorm that afternoon. Bare walls, unfamiliar faces, nobody who knew me as the disappointment. I worked 2 campus jobs, plus weekend shifts at a coffee shop downtown. Slept maybe 4 hours a night. My roommate thought I was insane, but every A felt like proof. Every semester I paid for myself felt like freedom. I graduated top of my class with a degree in computer science. Got recruited by a major tech company before I even walked across the stage. Started at $95,000 a year. By 24, I'd been promoted twice and bought my own apartment. I never called home, never posted on social media. I'd hear things occasionally through old high school friends. My brother dropped out of community college, still lived at home. My parents kept asking people if they'd heard from me. Last month, someone must have given them my information. Mom found my LinkedIn profile, the one with my job title, my company, my professional headshot in front of floor-to-ceiling windows. She sent this long message about how proud they were, how they always knew I'd do great things, how they'd love to reconnect. And then, at the end, she asked if I'd be willing to help my brother, put in a good word at my company, maybe let him crash with me while he figured things out. I stared at that message for 10 minutes, thought about everything I could say, everything I wanted to scream. Instead, I typed 2 words and hit send. "Money's tight."